activities that you can do here while you're staying in Aswan. You can have a nice peaceful sailing boat just for yourself, or you can have a motorboat, which is more convenient in case that you want to cover so many places in a short time, which is the thing I chose to do, because I heard about the wonderful monuments and sites that you can see around here, especially down the Nile towards the first cataract. So let's enjoy all these places together. The island of Sehel is about 4 kilometers south of Aswan, in the Nile to the north of the old Aswan Dam. In ancient times, travelers on their way to Nubia, or who had just returned from an expedition to the south, would make a pilgrimage to the sacred island of Sehel and leave inscriptions recording their appeals or prayers of gratitude for help in safely negotiating the hazardous First Nile Cataract. Several of them record events and journeys into Nubia by officials on the king's business. The inscriptions are carved or bruised onto the jumbled mounds of granite boulders, which are strewn over several areas of the island. Flinders Petrie visited Sehel in 1887. He took photographs and made sketches of the thousands of inscriptions he found on the boulders and cliffs by climbing rope ladders. The two hills which dominate the southeastern end of the island boast over 250 inscriptions, many of which are dedicated to the goddess Anukit and her consort Khnum, and date from the Middle Kingdom to Ptolemaic periods. A chapel dedicated to Anukit was built at the time of Amun-Mahat II during the 12th dynasty, but little remains of this structure, while remaining blocks from a small Ptolemaic temple of Khnum were found scattered around the Nubian village. Anukit's ancient Egyptian name is Anket. She was a goddess worshipped in the area of the Egyptian border and sometimes known as Mistress of Nubia. She was associated with the cataract of Aswan, and specifically with the islands of Sehel and Elephantine. She's a protective and fertility deity, and she was also thought to be a personification of the Nile, who embraced the water of inundation. Her husband Khnum is a ram-headed creator god, who is often shown creating the double of the king on his potter's wheel. He was also seen as a potent fertility god, under whose protection the cataract region came and flourished.
And unfortunately, this brings us to the end of my cruise for this week. Thank you for watching. But before we go,